A good listener is very nearly as attractive as a good talker. You cannot have a beautiful mind if you do not know how to listen. A good listener and a wise observer can do better than the best speaker. There is so much that you can learn when you just listen. Today I am here to teach you on the topic how to be a good listener. Welcome everyone, my name is Suyash. Hope you guys doing well. Let's roll into the intro. Good listeners are those person who can succeed easily in their life because there are many things you can just learn by listening to the people. I think you know the most precious things are always unexpected. This goes same in this also. You do not know which person in your life gives you the most valuable lesson which you cannot get if your listening skills are bad. If you are the one who think you need to improve your listening skills, then use these given points in this video to improve your skills and be the best listener around. Point number 1. Listen to learn from others. Most of you do not listen to others carefully while communicating with them, as you just want to speak uselessly in between, or as if you have no interest in listening to them but you are listening half-heartedly. Dude, if you are listening to someone and investing your precious time in listening to them, then keep in mind you have to gather some knowledge in return of your time. Don't just listen like a dumb, be a little smart and hear carefully what they are saying, and at the end of conversation you should add some value to your life or give them some value, but do not move on with no gain or loss. If you are investing your time, then you have to gain or lose something, else it makes no sense wasting your time if you are not getting or losing anything. This is life. Victory and failure are the part of success, but if you are stationary, this means that you are not working and you are just wasting your time. Point number 2. Pay attention to your talk ratio. When you are communicating with others individually or in a group, then remember you are not speaking more than what you are listening. I mean, your speaking ratio must be less than your listening ratio. This is beneficial as you can get more points on the topic of discussion from others to frame your content, and you can get overview of what people think on that particular topic. Then you can just have a talk easily on those points of interest of the people, and everyone will listen to your point carefully and with interest, and try to speak at last when everyone is done with their point. This will help you. Point number 3. Listen with open mind. When you are on the conversation with someone physically, then be present mentally also. Sometimes you are present in the conversation but thinking of something else while communicating. This simply turns off mind of person, and maybe next time he or she might not talk to you or discuss something with you in future. So shut all the processes of your mind and silently listen to what person is speaking, and keep your mind and ears open along with your eyes. Point number 4. Ask questions while communicating. If you want to build a good engagement in the conversation, then ask some relevant questions in between the conversation, but do not irritate the person with more questions if they are not willing to answer. Keep it simple and normal. Do not fascinate and complicate it. Point number 5. Use a good body language. Using right body language helps to create a psychological impression that you are listening to the person who is speaking to you with all of your attention. He or she will feel good with your nice gesture. So look into the person's eye, but do not make them feel awkward. Do not stare at them. Look decently, sometimes in their left eye and sometimes in their right eye. Lean towards them a little when listening to them. This shows that you are listening to them with your attention and with all of your interest. Make them feel great while communicating. These are basics of good listener, which many people think are of no use and make mistake in, but really it makes a good impact on the person who is speaking to you. Point number 6. Empathize. This means use some words in between the conversation when you are listening to someone. You can nod your head also sometimes, but do not overdo it. This will indicate them that you agree with their points and you are listening and supporting them on that particular topic of conversation. Point number 7. Know what not to do. You must be clear in your head which words you cannot use in some particular topic of conversation. Like for example, you have went to someone's house during a time when some tragedy has taken place in their house, and you are talking with the person who had faced the tragedy in that house, and all of a sudden when he or she was telling you the full incident, you said, "This happened with me and I know the situation, don't tell me." Then this will turn off the person and he or she might not trust you to tell any incident again in their life in future. So be a little qualitative with your words and do not mess the situation with some words. Point number 8, do not help immediately. This is very common with every human, that if someone is having any trouble and you are listening the story of the incident which left him or her sleepless or that might be miserable for the person, then you immediately try to find out solution to fix the problem for that person. This is good, but if you are thinking of solution when he or she was telling you the whole incident, then you might not be listening to them carefully because you were busy in finding out the solution of that problem. I'm not saying that you should not help them. You should help, but take your time, let them finish telling you the whole incident and then find out solution for them, but not immediately. Take time to give them a best solution which would really help them out. If the solution given by you really help them out, then your chances of getting close to that person increases. Point 9. Limit distractions. This is very important in this world which is full of distractions and devices. Everyone nowadays is busy on their smartphone, but let me tell you, this is not the right thing. When you are talking with someone and you are busy on your smartphone, it makes them feel as if you are ignoring them and leave a bad impression on that person. So when you go out with a person for communicating with them, then keep that distractive phone in the pocket and listen carefully what person is speaking to you if you want to improve your listening skills. Point number 10, avoid comparing. Avoid comparing. Your pre-existing knowledge is stored in your mind when someone is speaking to you, because in this case you do not listen to that person carefully and keep on comparing the points spoken by the person to the points stored in your mind, and this is the main cause why you do not agree with that person, because you do not want to listen apart from what is stored in your mind. So clean your mind before the conversation starts and feel as if you are listening all those terms for the first time. Point number 11, repeat back what you heard. In order to remember what you heard, repeat along with the person, but in limit. Do not overdo it. Otherwise the person will feel you are imitating him or her, and chances are you might get a slap from that person if you are irritating them more. Point number 12, wait until other is done. Every person has less patience and are always ready to put his or her point of view immediately, but wait, do not do that. Wait until the person who is speaking gets his or her point finished first. Once they are done, then speak whatever you want to speak, but wait until they are done. Point number 13, encourage them. Encourage the person if he or she gets emotional at some point. Make them feel comfortable with you so that they should not hesitate while talking to you and they could trust you easily. Point number 14, keep it confidential. When someone shares something with you, then keep everything between the you two only. Do not tell it to the other person, because if the trust is gone, then person will never tell you anything in life. So be careful with that and do not reveal anyone's personal chat to others. Conclusion of this video is that if you want to be a good listener, then you have to put some efforts for the time, and you are having time right now. So start implementing points discussed with you today and become the best listener and get good listening skills soon. You will feel great once you become a good listener, as you will easily succeed, because good listening skills increases your observation skills and you could observe the word rightly and efficiently, which will lead you to the path of success. Question for this video: what according to you are the things good speaker lacks but good listeners have? Comment down your answers and see you next time with some more good stuff. Thank you.